Hello, so this is kind of an update after a pretty long time. What I found was that bootstrapping is a really tough mental battle rather than anything else. Almost every week, part of me doesn't want to do this anymore because it's like, oh, there's so many other people that have done so much more. It's so much tougher. And it's like, what is my end goal? But I think that's part of the fun. So I'm planning to stick this out. The plan is to go as far as I can possibly go and then learn as much as I can, and then I don't know, something will happen. But that's the goal with this, I think. One way I'm trying to keep myself accountable is to log everything, which I haven't done in quite a while, even like the most minuscule changes, which is probably why I procrastinate a lot because like make a change and then think that it's not worth sharing, and I think I should try to make it shareable or share it. So today I just want to share the things I've done so far. Since the last video, I've built a SKU generator. As the name suggests, generates SKUs. Currently it only really generates SKUs for missing items because that's what I need. So here's an example of what it does. I select a bunch of items. It will check if the item has a SKU. If it does, it skips and moves on to the next item. If the item doesn't have a queue, it generates one and updates the database, and then it updates all the platforms the product is on to keep everything in sync. I've needed this personally, so it's a great addition. And generally for syncing, a lot of the issues come when a customer doesn't have SKUs in some of their products. So just being able to generate this on the fly is really good. I've also realized that I'm targeting too large of a scope. So what I should really be doing is focusing on a specific market and a specific user. So I'm trying to just focus on the UK market because that's the one I'm most familiar with, and that's the one I personally need. So I'm building out, even though it might be more profitable or like I can make more revenue focusing on the US market. But at the moment, I want to be able to try it on a lower number of users to flesh everything out. One more thing I've added is having multiple accounts on the same platform without the sync breaking, which is nice. I've also added an input field in the products page to add costs, which I'll need for later. So one of the next steps that I want to do and hopefully not have done but be moving towards is moving to a layered architecture. So one thing I've realized as I'm writing more and more code, it's getting harder and harder to manage and maintain the code base and writing tests for it. So I'm working on moving my code to that sort of architecture and file structure, which is pretty boring. So I'm trying to do it slowly rather than trying to do everything in one go, which makes me procrastinate a lot more. I'm also working on adding a TikTok integration for syncing products if you've got a TikTok shop. So I'm going to keep moving towards that goal. If I have an idea that I want to implement in between that, I will implement it and share that as well. Because what I end up doing is saying something and then doing something else and then not wanting to share the other thing I did because I set an expectation on myself and I feel like I betrayed that expectation. But I want to do more of that. So hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.